this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Light of Christmas by Owl City. And we ended up capoing this on first fret to kind of match the recording. We walk through a couple things in root position. And there are some really cool arpeggio licks around some chords at the very beginning. We start on a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second fret, second finger on the high E second, and third finger on the B string third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of D major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the second finger, making that a D sus2, or adding in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended, kind of saying some stuff around the D. Or another possibility, especially because of the arpeggio at the beginning, you may want to use a different D, kind of a C shape from third fret, doing first finger on the B third, second finger on the D fourth, third finger on the A fifth. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that's something I call D add 4, and that can be a very, very cool option. And you'll kind of hear those notes at the very beginning, kind of playing the A, D, and the G, and the B string. And you may want to try some muting, actually, kind of taking the flat of the right hand and kind of going down on top of the saddle to make that a little bit sneaky. That could be very cool. And then from the D, we'd be going to an E minor chord. And normally you do that first finger on the A second, second finger on the D second. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of E minor. Now you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of making that an E minor 7, and that might make the change a little bit easier. You could even work the D sus to the E minor and make that a really easy chord change. And then from the E minor, and actually around the E minor, you'll kind of hear this arpeggio where you play second on the D, open G, open B, and then third fret on the B. Kind of an E, G, B, D, kind of an idea, 2, 0, 0, 3. And then from the E minor, we'd be going to a C major. And normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second, third finger on the A third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the happy sounds of C major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the first finger, making that a C major 7, or adding in the pinky on the B third fret for C major 9, kind of saying some stuff around it. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing the first finger on the D second, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for your C major. And the arpeggio there actually is kind of going A, D, G, B around the C major 9. So A, D, G, B, or you're going C, E, G, D is kind of that idea. So you got kind of that D idea to the E minor idea to the C major 9 idea. And then from the C we'd be going to a G major. And normally you do that first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. If you strum all those together, the happy sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on putting the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for your G major. And the arpeggio there is very similar to what we were doing for the E minor. You play the low E string, and then the G string, B string, and then third fret on the B. 3, 0, 0, 3, or G, G, B, D. So with the arpeggio idea, actually you got kind of that D idea, E minor idea, C idea, G idea. And that can be very tricky. You may want to pause the video and just look at that tab and just kind of follow that. Or you could just work some strumming options through it. And you could do kind of a down count, kind of a 4 down count on each chord. D, 2, 3, 4, E minor, C, G. And the muting idea can definitely be very cool for that too. E minor, C, G. Or sometimes I'll get excited and dig on kind of a 3 plus 5 idea there. Kind of D, 2, 3, E minor, C, 1, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D, 2, 3, E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. Yeah, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now those chords are going by really fast there. So you want to work just a down, down, up on each chord. Kind of D, down, up, E minor, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, D, down, up, E minor, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up. Or another option would be to kind of split the pattern and do the D with the down, down, and then go to the E minor for the up, down, up, and C with the down, down, and G with the up, down, up. So you kind of dig on that too. D, down, E minor, C, down, G on the up, down, D, down, E minor, another strum pattern actually, and this can be very, very challenging but very cool to practice, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the D and do a down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you do an up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. So all together, you got down. Cool if you're new to 16ths is taking just half that pattern for each of the chord. So D, down, down, up, E minor, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, D, down, down, up. Or you could split the pattern and do the D with the down, 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 up, and then go to the E minor for the up, down, down, up, down, up. C with a down, 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 up, and then G with the up, down, down, up, down, up. So you have D, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, up, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, E minor, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, up, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, up, E minor, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, up, down, down, up, down, which might be kind of cool too. Now one other option actually, especially because of the way that our arpeggio works, is you may even dig on kind of working this as a fingerstyle idea. And normally what happens with fingerstyle is your thumb kind of becomes the bass player. And this is a little weird, we'll talk more about adding in basses later, but you could kind of line your thumb up for the bass on the D string for the D chord, index finger on the G string, middle finger on the B string, ring finger on the high E string, and kind of just go thumb, index, middle, ring. It's kind of a cool idea. If you're doing the D, add 4, you could even move that or shift that idea to the A string, D string, G string, B string. But I'm kind of going thumb, index, middle, ring, just to kind of make that really easy. And that is the original arpeggio from the beginning. But you could take that idea for the E minor, for instance, and kind of work the low E string for your bass. And then for the C, you could work the A for the bass, just like the arpeggio. And then for the G, you could work the low E for the bass. So it's really just kind of like one adjustment actually of that intro arpeggio, but that might make it a little bit easier for the right hand to kind of take in if you're kind of interested in doing it that way. Or you can even work that on the high strings, the D, G, B, D, G, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G. So if you're kind of interested in fingerstyle, that might be a cool way to kind of intro yourself to it. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on a D major chord, they're starting on an E flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a CAPO, and if you put a CAPO on first fret, then now your D is an E flat major, and your E minor is really an F minor, and your C is really a D flat major, and your G is really an A flat major. But you could kind of kick it off with that arpeggio. You could work with the picking actually and kind of get that muting in there too. So kind of that D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G. Might be cool. Or even working that fingerstyle idea actually, if you're kind of digging on that, kind of rounding out that arpeggio a little bit. That might be kind of a cool way to kind of intro the tune. Or you could work the strumming and you could do the 4 downs on each chord. E minor, C, G, or the 3 plus 5. E minor, C, G, D, E minor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D, E Or you could work the down, down, up, and you could do just a down, down, up on each chord. Minor, C, G, or you could split the pattern. D, minor, C, G, D, minor, C, G. Or with that fingerstyle survey, and actually we were kind of talking about bass notes, and you could add bass notes to that. So on the D, you'd have the D for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. So you could make it just a bass down up on each chord. You have D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G. Or you may want to add basses and still split the pattern. C, G, do the D bass, down E minor. Sixteenth idea, you could even add basses to that and make it just a bass down, down up on each chord. D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G. And if you're using that D add 4, you may want to use the A string for your bass on the chord. Cool. Or if you're using the whole pattern, you could do some variations of that. Work as a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up. So you could even split the pattern with basses. This could be very cool. And doing D with the bass, down, down, up, then you go to the E minor for the up, bass, down, up, and then C with the bass, down, down, up, and then go to the G for a up, bass, down, up, down. It could be very cool. D, high strings, kind of just that thumb index middle ring. Thumb is the guy moving around for the basses. Or you could work that arpeggio on the next lowest string, actually. Or you could just kind of keep it going with that arpeggio from the beginning. What you probably want to do is take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you. Or if you know the strum patterns or other licks around the chords, feel free to take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. But that's the basics of how you can strum through and kind of fingerstyle through Light of Christmas by Owl City. So good luck! Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you liked this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there's probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.